going to be looking at cryptids and ghosts. So we're going to be looking at some, like, supposed cryptids caught on tape, like Bigfoot. We're going to look at, like, ghosts caught on tape and look at how ridiculous they are. And we'll have a good time and we'll, you know, laugh about it. And we won't be angry, which will be a nice change of pace for Tinfoil Tuesday, because we normally cover things that are just so... Okay, in fairness, yes, ghosts do make me angry.
Nothing funny about
Ghosts do make me angry. I get it. No one mentioned Hans. Well, why did you do a bit to make me read that then, Sume, if you didn't want anyone to mention Hans? Ghosts... oh god, do I want to even preface the ghost thing? Anyone who's seen either this show or the Hannah and Jake YouTube channel, you'll know that I have a particular hatred for the belief in ghosts. Like, there are a lot of things that I'm like, whatever. Like, people believe stupid things. But ghosts are just the dumbest thing in the universe to believe in. And anytime anyone sincerely says to me, like, oh, I believe in ghosts, or I hear of someone who says that, it drives me up a wall. Ghosts are not real. I can't even believe that we're having this discussion in 2020 that people are like, oh, I don't know, I've seen some stuff, I've been in some weird situations. Okay, what do you think is more likely? That you have misinterpreted a situation, or that somehow the essence of a human being has survived the death of their corporeal self and is hanging around? It makes no sense. I have zero patience for the belief in ghosts. I cannot abide. It's just the dumbest. It's the dumbest thing ever. Thank you, the Flower Girl 13, for subscribing with a 3-month streak. And the Stellar Sea Cow says, okay, but hear me out. I can see ghosts being real if we're talking about residual hauntings, but sentient ghosts, I go no. No! What do you mean, residual hauntings? There's no! Ghosts are not real! There is no such thing as like, oh, there was something happened here, and the traumatic event made an imprint on the... No! No! Absolutely not! That is not a thing that happens. That is not a thing that happens. There's no such thing as like, oh, the energies. They got, ew, the energies. I'm gonna use the Bones glasses for this. Oh, the residual energies have imprinted on the house. Ooh. No. 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 Daddy Sume. These are the same people who think giant man in the sky with a big fluffy beard made the entire planet. Is ghosts really that much of a reach? That's not even what gets to me. Because, like, I get that people are religious, but I'm talking about people who, like, aren't religious who believe in ghosts. Who do exist. Those types of people exist, and it drives me up a wall. Like, why would you believe in this thing with absolutely zero evidence? If ghosts were real, we would have definitive proof that ghosts are real. Everyone has a camera with them all the time now. Maybe in history you could say like, oh, well, how are you gonna prove it or whatever, but no. Every single human being in this country carries around an HD camera with them everywhere they go. Like, if ghosts were real, I'd be mad at people who saw ghosts and didn't take pictures. Like, you're running away from a ghost? Never in the history of the Earth has anyone been killed by a ghost, because ghosts aren't real. But even if they were real, no one's ever been killed by one. So why would you be afraid of a ghost? You stand there and you pull out your camera and you film it. Ghosts are not real. The Distant Red. Ghosts aren't real. Wearing hat that repels ghosts. Logarth, let me have fun, pseudoscience, woohoo, that uses psychic magic. Calling the idea of, like, residual hauntings pseudoscience is an insult to pseudoscience. It's not even a pseudoscience, it's just BS. It's just magic. Daddy Sume, we do have definitive proof. We have that video that's totally real and not photoshopped at all. Oh, and you know what gets me too? These stupid ghost shows like Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures. I hate it. I had a classmate in high school who was like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a paranormal investigator. And they wanted to, like, investigate hauntings for a living. And I was like, no, that's not a thing. Like, everything you see in Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures is manufactured for the show. I know that might hurt someone's feelings to find out that their reality ghost show fabricates evidence for ratings, but that's literally what they're doing. They know it's BS. It's a reality show. It's fake. Thrash Mio, you take your HD camera, shake like crazy, and film it with blur and grain. ICA Phoenix says, don't you dare talk down to Ghost Adventures. Where the heck else am I gonna watch grown adults get scared of the dark and weird random sounds for no reason? Oh my god. And someone click on Daddy Sume's link to let me know if that's a Rickroll. I'm pretty sure it is based on the URL. I could be wrong though.
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
Bennick323, thank you. Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters, whichever one has Zach Baggins. I forget which one Zach Baggins is. But, like, the one with Zach Baggins is so... It's not a Rickroll. If this is a Rickroll, you're all banned. Okay, good. It's not a Rickroll. Oh, shoot. What was I gonna say? Oh, the editing is so obnoxious in those shows, too. Everything is, like, some, like, jump scare sound effect when some innocuous thing happens, and then they bring out like the spirit box. And if you don't know, a spirit box is a tool used by ghost hunters. There's air quotes around every word I'm saying in that sentence. And what it does is it cycles through radio frequencies very quickly. So, like, at some point, it dials into, like, you know, a radio station or something that sounds like words are being said, and they go, oh, it's a ghost! Like, no, you're picking up radio signals, you idiots! You're no fun, Ghost Adventures is hilarious. It's ridiculous. Those people should not be getting money for lying to people. Random invite, thanks for the 5 bits. Tatsuyo Dragneel with 5 bits. Of course we have evidence for ghosts, but they manifest in the modern day through electronics, so we see them as digital monsters, not spirits, demons, yokai like they actually are. Yes, this is canon Digimon lore. Okay. Random invite. It's not a Rickroll. Hand slipped and glasses off while typing. What about people who believe in ghosts or guardian as part of grieving? I have a friend who believes her mom's spirit is with her, not religious. I feel like an asshole to tell her she's wrong because it gives her comfort. Look, I'm not saying if someone says something like that to me, I'm gonna be like, haha, ghosts aren't real, you idiot. That's not what I'm talking about. People come up with all sorts of, like, outlandish, untrue things to help them cope with the loss of loved ones. I'm pretty sure that's where religion comes from, is, like, people dealing with how to grieve for people who have died. But, like, that doesn't make me think it's any less ridiculous in a third-party sense. No, you should not try and question their belief to them, because, like, that's just mean for no reason. You're not gonna change their mind, and you're just gonna come off like an asshole. That doesn't mean it's any less ridiculous, you know? Religion or Christianity, Hannah? Both. Both. Christianity isn't the only religion with some kind of afterlife, or some idea of, like, the soul going on in some way, whether it's reincarnation, or whether it's becoming part of, like, the collective consciousness of everyone after death or whatever. Tons of religions have all sorts of different explanations for what they think happens to people after they die. Anyway, so that's my feelings on ghosts. Ghosts aren't real. Stop believing in ghosts if you believe in ghosts. They're not real. Stop giving money to D-bags like Zach Baggins, who are tricking stupid people into thinking that he's like, ooh, I'm gonna open the Dybbuk box. It's the most haunted item, and I'm gonna open it, and I'm gonna be cursed. And then he chickens out and doesn't open the box. I hate Zach Baggins. I hate Zach Baggins so much. And he's got like a haunted museum. Oh God. It's got P.T. Barnum written all over it. Anyway, I guess we should get to some actual content. Catalina Gearbox, thanks for the $5. You watched an old episode of Ghost Hunters, and they were in a prison when one of the cameras picked up a black mass, and no one but me could see it. And no one but me could see it was a guy with a blanket over him. Oh yeah, those shows manufacture evidence all the time. Like, it's very common. Daddy Sume. Hannah, what are you talking about? White people Christianity is the only valid religion. None of these woo-woo religions are legitimate like mine. Chief Tony, thank you for subscribing with Twitch Prime, 2-month streak. Thanks for fighting the good fight against these conspiracies. Yeah, no problem. It's fun. It's a fun time. Why hating on paranormal people? They're basically harmless? No, they're not. No, they're not. I feel like it feeds into a general belief in the supernatural. Like, it might seem innocuous that, like, Zach Baggins has, you know, a show or whatever, or a museum of, like, haunted things. But this feeds into the general belief that, like, humans exist outside of our bodies and our brains specifically, which feeds into other things like psychics. And psychics are hucksters who literally prey upon grieving people in order to take their money so they can lie about talking to their loved one from beyond the grave. Like, the two kind of go hand in hand. And I get that, like, belief in ghosts in theory is innocuous, but in practice it is not, because it helps feed all sorts of people who try and scam people because of that belief system. Anyway, get your bingo cards ready. I'm not sure if we're gonna I don't know if we'll get a bingo today, just because we're talking about cryptids and there isn't a ton of cryptid stuff on the bingo card. But if we don't get a bingo, I'll just do a random giveaway of a gift sub at the end of the